I'm theciaellis, and welcome to Grandma's Homestead. Alright, today is Wednesday again here, and I'm down here at the church kitchen. And tonight I'm going to make a dish called cheese potato puff. And I'm going to deviate from the recipe a little bit because the recipe calls for 12 potatoes that are peeled and then boiled and made into mashed potatoes, okay? But this is going to be part of Cooking from the Pantry series, and we're going to use potato flakes and make this casserole out of it, and it should be good. Obviously, I'm kind of a, I don't know, snob about different foods, and I like food that's fresh and real and stuff, but we are cooking from the pantry, using stuff. And the reason I say that, okay, so you've gone through all the trouble to build up your pantry. You've got all the canned food you need, you've got all the potato flakes you need, you've got just different things. Now what are you going to do with it? You've got to learn to cook with it and keep your stock rotated out. So today we're going to rotate out our potatoes. So we're going to start with the potato flakes. It's going to have cheese, milk, butter, and eggs. Oh, and I forgot to get my salt. And so we'll do some salt with that, and we're going to get started on, let's get started on making the potatoes. I'm believing for 12 medium potatoes, I'm going to do like a double batch. So I'm going to double this bottom line here. We'll see how it goes. All right, we've got the pot going and we're starting to boil the water. We got the butter and the salt in there, and then I'm going to start preparing the milk and the potato flakes. The water's boiling. We're going to add the milk. Stir that in. Now we're going to do the potato flakes and add them in and stir them as I go. Hopefully to keep the lumps out. And then you get tired of waiting and you dump it all in. But we got the potato flakes in here. Mixing it up. The butter's mixing through it. The milk cooled it down a little bit, and that's going to be good because now we're going to add the cheese. Now it calls for 2 cups cheese divided. Well, these come, what we're going to do is we're going to add a bunch of the cheese now. I got extra cheese so we can put some on top. We mix that in. Let it melt through. I've already got my eggs. I had 2 eggs here. I cracked them. And remember me telling you last time to do them in a separate container was a good thing. I didn't get it on camera, but one of my eggs just had egg shells all in it. So I spent a couple minutes digging the shells out. So now we're mixing the cheese in. Let's see if we can get the eggs in there. It should be cool enough that it's not going to cook until we're ready for it to cook in the oven. Just mix this all together. The eggs is going to make it puff up as it cooks. Blend it well so you don't have pockets of cooked egg in it. The cheese we don't particularly care because we like cheese. Alright, that looks pretty good. Let's dump it into our pan. There we go. Now let's cover this with the remainder of this cheese. And if you want to be light with cheese, you can go light, or you can do like I do and cover it with a lot of cheese, or at least more. I like to have a pretty good coating on top. Alright, let's put this in the oven. The recipe says for 25 to 30 minutes. This is a convection oven. It cooks faster. I'm learning this. So we're going to set our timer for 15 minutes and see how that goes. Well, I'm glad that I did 15 minutes. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So that's a sign that you need to keep an eye on. Learn your oven. And I've been having to learn this one. But this is beautiful. It's got the beautiful golden on top. It's nice and puffy. I am going to let it cool just a little bit, and then we'll dish some up and we'll taste it. It's looking darn good though. Let's just dip this up. Now we got the nice golden cheese that's on top, and you can see the cheese is all through it too. And it's just got a nice little puff to it. And a little bit, but not crust, but there is a little bit there that holds shape. Alright, another lesson. Let it cool just a little bit more because that was pretty darn warm. But it was still good. But it's hard to taste because I scalded so much. That's okay. Cool it down. You don't have to cool it all the way off, but I did not wait long enough for that. Alright, that's all I got for you today. I do want to remind you, first of all, to like and subscribe. You just never know what I'm going to get into down here. I'm enjoying these cooking videos. One of these days I'm going to be able to get back out of the kitchen again, but right now this is what I'm going to be able to do. And he'll get to see me do stupid stuff like eating stuff that's too hot to eat. And I don't know what else, you know. But I also want to remind you that I'm on Rumble. And Rumble is a platform that's been kind of up and coming, and a lot of people are discovering Rumble. They went to them after YouTube had gone through a period, and they still have a little bit of that, but particularly during the COVID stuff, that they were banning a lot of people and demonetizing a lot of people for different things. And so Rumble had come along, and obviously you can't do anything that's against the law on there, but basically it's a free, you are able to speak more freely about things in your beliefs and whatever you're interested in. It's a really strong platform for people who are doing podcasting and stuff. But I post not only my videos for cooking videos, I post several things on there, and you can find me on Rumble, rumble.com, theciaellis, and so I'm going to go cool off my mouth. God bless. I'll see you next time.